Yes, 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 yes. We back, baby. Mindset Therapy Real Talk Podcast, man. I'm so happy to be back, man. Let's go. Let's go, man. Where my people at? You know? This is Anthony London with Mindset Therapy Real Talk Podcast, man. I'm so happy to be back amongst my internet people. You heard me? What's up? I hope everybody been blessed. I hope everybody enjoyed their weekend. I hope everybody had a wonderful day. But Mindset Therapy is back. We're back better than ever. We're going to be on YouTube really, really soon, live. I hope, only can hope and pray that, my people, transfer with me, transition with me to bigger and better things. But if not, I still find a way to get my content on YouTube, on Facebook, so y'all can check it out, man. But this Mindset Therapy Real Talk Podcast, Life After Time edition, you know what I'm saying? But, oh, man, it's been good, man. I had a wonderful week. Wonderful weekend. Very, very, very much, man. Me and my fam, we enjoyed ourselves. Man, say, bro, I have so much to talk about and so much to say, man. I'm just so grateful and just so hopeful for the future, man. No doubt. Real talk. And I hope everybody feel the same way, man, because, life is short, man. Life is short. You got to live. If you don't live for something, if you don't find something to live for, man, it's a total drag. But I kind of experienced something I never experienced before this weekend, and it was beautiful. I understand what I was missing, you know what I mean, and it was amazing. But it's all good, and I pray that everybody get a chance to woosah. That's what I call it. You got to woosah sometimes. You got to rejuvenate so you'll be a better, you can give from a better place. You know what I'm saying? If you take time to step back from what you're doing and woosah, bring it down, do a little calculating, get your mindset right, and you'll be able to, pour into others more better. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that worked for me, man. I'm just here to share the, share the good. We hear so much bad, man. We hear every time, we cut on the news, every time we put on the TV, every time we get on Facebook, every time we get on it, anything, get a text, something bad didn't happen, mass shootings, somebody done died, somebody got cancer, somebody this, somebody that, man. We got to have a time to where we can divulge the bad and intake the good. You know what I'm saying? And that's what beating the game is really about. Man, I wrote Beating the Game in a dire state, in a state of mind to where, I really had to separate myself from my reality and put myself into what I know God has for me and what He has done for me. And I couldn't think about what was going on at the time. I couldn't think about the circumstances. I couldn't think about, just losing, my loved ones, none of that, which I was in such grief at the time. I was in mad grief. But, and to tell you the truth, I was about to throw it away. I had put it down. I was like, man, I can't do it, because it seemed like every time I pick up this book and try to finish it, somebody either die, somebody get killed, something. It's just never no good news. And I was going through it, man. My wife was like, man, look, I know you hurting. I'm hurting too. We love the same people. You know what I'm saying? But I do understand, where you at. But you have to finish what God has blessed you to start, if you can understand. And I was like, no, I can't understand. I can't get it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can get it. You got to want to get it. And, and I took her words, it just didn't hit me all at that moment when she said it. nah, you know, we don't get it like that. You feel me? But as I had quiet time and you know, cried a couple of boogers and snot, I got it, you know what I'm saying? And with the support of my wife and my kids, my daughters, you know what I'm saying? And being active, you know, being a president of a amazing football organization, coaching some of the amazing kids, some young men that I know that's gonna go on to play at the next level or be something great in their life. I know this without a reasonable doubt. You know what I'm saying? I have personal relationship and contact with these young men, and I know they're gonna be something that's gonna rock the world. But all that played a part in me being strong enough to push past the pain. But it wasn't really my strength, because I could tell you I was weak, man. I was feeble. You know, I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? But God found a way to, you know, the lay his grace down on me. And, you know, even though that day I struggled, you know, I dropped the ball a lot, you know what I'm saying? But I try not to drop the ball the same way every time, if you can get what I'm saying. You know, we all human. We gonna always make mistakes, but we gonna always learn at the same time. The day we stop learning is the day, you know, we thread. We not gonna. It's no longer us anymore. If you get what I'm saying. If you stop learning, you're not alive anymore. You know what I'm saying? You just living. I don't want to just live. I want to be alive. And that's a quote from my baby. But yeah, man, I you know, and I know it had to be a strength from somewhere else. You know, even at my mom's funeral, you know, I always thought about, man, my mama die, I'ma die. My mama go, I ain't gonna be no good, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Man, me and my mom was in such a awesome place. Our relationship was so beautiful at the time she transitioned. I was all right. I was confused and mad at first because I felt like she gave up on me, but I didn't think at the time about all the struggle she had. You know, the pain. You know, the sicknesses she had. She was fighting everyday pain. You know, doctor's visits. You know, sticking and poking and all this. And I was being selfish. I was just thinking about me at the time. You know, like, why you gonna leave me like that? You know, me. Why me? But I had to think about, man, my mom lived a tremendous life, man, as a strong black woman. So, you know, I have to keep that in mind and have that understanding that, man, she's good. You know, she didn't got her glory. You know, she didn't got everything she ever wanted. You know what I'm saying? She didn't saw her son come out the street. You know what I'm saying? She didn't saw her oldest son come home from doing mad prison time. She didn't, you know, seen her grandbabies grow. You know, she didn't, you know, she had a place in her life to where, you know, God was just great to her. So when she did, and I kind of started understanding that and getting it, I was at peace because I know I gave my mom what she wanted. You know what I'm saying? On the cool, I did. You know what I'm saying? I gave her what she wanted. She seen what she always knows she'll see, but she got a chance to see it. You know what I'm saying? In this lifetime, you know, knowing if she would have passed before, you know, eventually, you know, she would have saw it from the glory side, but she got a chance to see it and celebrate it and be here with it. So, you know, it started changing my mindset a lot, you know what I'm saying? So I just started, you know, confident in my kids and my wife and, you know, everybody else on, you know, still grieving, don't get me wrong, but I done it from a spot to where, man, I done my job, man, like a good old son. You know, laid moms out. Moms was fresh. She was nice, beautiful service too. You know, so I had something to feel like, yeah, you know, I had something to feel good about. You know what I'm saying? I had something to really feel like I know she proud of me. I know she is. You feel me? I know this for a fact. So, you know, I just continue on, just, you know, just holding on to that, you feel me? And then, you know, like I said, you know, like my mom, it's just like it was a chain reaction. But I think about a lot of things, and I think about my little nephew. You know, I think about both of them, and you know, and I think about if my mom was here when that happened to them, bro, that would have just outed her. She would have been no good. And so, you know, I'd be like, dang, you know, she didn't have to see that. She didn't have to witness that. She didn't have to go through that. You know, she didn't have to bury none of her grandkids and her kids, even though she lost two very, very, very wonderful young men. But she wasn't on this side of earth to see that. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't have to cry. She didn't have to suffer. She didn't have to be depressed or make herself even sicker, even though she was fighting, you know, cancer. She was fighting other sicknesses, and she, you know, she done good, man. My mama looked at young, you know what I'm saying? My mom was really 62 years old, you know what I'm saying? So mom looked like a little girl. So all that played a part in me, you know, really getting to the depths of getting this book finished, man. And I was like, you know, but when I look back at it, bro, if everything wouldn't have happened how it happened and when it happened, I don't even think I would have been able to finish the book, man. I don't think it wouldn't even been a spawn, you know what I mean? But it was, and I'm thankful, I'm grateful. You know, that's one of my proud points, you know what I'm saying? 7 steps to developing a positive mindset, man. You know, look, at Mindset Therapy, we help men, women, and children believe in themselves again. We offer 7 simple strategies to developing a positive mindset. We stand on that, 10 toes down. Never gonna change that, because that is the matriarch of what we do this for. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you ever need to reach out, contact, or just need an ear, Mindset Therapy 504 at Gmail. You can't go wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna yell no numbers out over the live, but that email right there will get you in contact with everyone you need to get in contact with, because it's more than me. You know, they got people behind the scenes you haven't even seen yet. You know what I'm saying? You haven't even heard of yet. But in due time, you know, because everybody plays a part in doing something valuable and something good for the community. You never can do nothing on your own. It takes a team. It takes a team all the time to do anything you do. It took a team for God to create things. You know, God used the people he needed to use to do what he needed to do. It took a team effort. It never was no one person. Yeah, Jesus was Jesus, but Jesus developed a whole squad of hitters, and it was vicious with it. You feel me? They put it down like, yes. So you get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna get biblical, but it's written. It's written. And I always look at things that happen biblically, because things that happen biblically are happening right now. And if you didn't see the time of the date, and you'll read some of that, and you'll think that's happening right now. You would think it's going on right now. True story. So, you know, I just try to keep a level thought pattern, and try to, you know, stay. I don't try it. I stay prayed up, you know, because I know, you know, attacks gonna come, you know, and when they can attack you, they're gonna try to attack your kids, they're gonna try to attack your wife, you're gonna try to attack your family, you know, try to attack your business, trying to attack your finances, your health, but you gotta stand fast, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, today I had a moment, you know what I'm saying? I had to apologize, you know, I did, and something I got to work on, because I struggle with my emotions a lot, you know what I'm saying? And the people that's close to me tend to be the ones to get it. And it's not intentional. It's not none of that, you know what I'm saying? And I know I got to check myself. Real talk. I do, you know, because that's the people I need. That's the people I love. That's the people, you know, God said, if you love someone, you don't hurt them. So most definitely, you know what I'm saying? I got to, it's nothing. I don't think anyone do things intentional, and because if you do something intentional, that means you had a reason to do what you done, and it was thought about before you even done it. It probably was thought about days. I'm telling you, this here can be the best thing and the worst thing, because the premeditated come from a premeditated thought that, okay, let me sit back and see how I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, you know, to this person or to how I'm gonna say it, how I'm gonna try to hurt them. You know, that's why I don't like verbal verbal assaults. You know, verbal warfare, should I say? Because when you're in a verbal confrontation with someone, you and that person gonna try to say the most hurtfulest things to each other, even though you might don't mean it, but you gonna try to have the last word. You're gonna try to say the most hurtfulest thing. You're gonna try to say the most worst. You know, it's no win. It's no win either or. You know what I'm saying? It's none of that. So you got to stay focused on. You know, sometimes you got to back up like a crawfish and be like, hey, you know, you won. All right, my bad. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I ain't saying run from the situation, but I'm saying submission, be obedient. And yes, everybody must take a look at that, because you know, we can be disobedient in some of the ways we don't even think we're being disobedient, but we are. You feel me? So, man, it never stops. You know, work, keep working, don't stop. Working is in the. If you look in the dictionary, success don't come before work. I'm just saying. But, you know, I mean, man, say, bro, when you have a verbal altercation with someone, that's what leads up to bitterness and animosity, because you have said something to someone that you can't take back. The words are like bullets. So when they come out your mouth, you can't get them back. It's like when you pop, that the bullet gone. You gonna go chase it down? You gonna, hey, come here. I was just playing. Same thing with words. You gonna pop, say something, man. Hey, it don't work like that. It don't work like that, man. So we got to understand that what we say, we got to be held accountable for what we say and what we do. And that's a true statement for myself as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I have flash points, and I'm not glorifying it. You know what I'm saying? It's something I really got to check. You know, I got good at it at one point in time, but, you know, different seasons, different situations, and no excuses. No excuses for doing or saying something you're not supposed to, or hurting someone you're not supposed to. There's no excuses for that. But, you know, we got to take accountability for the things we say and we do, straight up. And if we do that, man, it'll be less mass shootings. It'll be less verbal altercations. It'll be less fights. It'll be less disagreements. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we could be wrong and know we wrong, but still staying on that wrong like we right. Everybody ain't done that. You feel me? So, you know, man, we just got to still focus on that, man. I hope y'all been really enjoying yourself, bro, this weekend, bro. I mean, I can talk about this weekend forever, but I don't just want to talk about it, bro. I want to do it again. I don't want that, man. I got to do it again, man. I ain't lying, bro. You know, I wish everybody could feel that feeling, man. Man, it was beautiful, bro. Lord have mercy. Boy, God is good when you look at the things, see the waters and the creations and the, man, that'd be amazing, man. I actually looked down in some clear water and saw fishes floating, swimming. Whoa, boy, God is good, boy. God do some amazing things. If y'all think they ain't a God out there, who you think made all that stuff? We sure didn't. We too ugly. We ugly people. We so ugly. We ain't making nothing like that, man. You got to have love in you. You got to have some kind of emotional spine or something. This stuff, wow, man, beauty beholds. But man, there's a lot going on. You know, I had a chance to you know, go through my Biddy, and see, and, you know, just visualize a couple of things, and You know, soon as we got back, we 3 dead, mass shooting. I'm like, that we wasn't going a week and come back and they still, man, what's going on? Why are people so angry, man? And I can't tell you why or what or where, but man, in one little bitty city, bro, it got to be so much anger. It got to be so much, and if I'm not mistaken, a mass shooting happened at a club. When you in a nightclub, you supposed to be, yeah. Look, even if it bumped me, hey, my bad, bro. Hey, no problem. But why you gonna bring your beef to the spot, and you know you got innocent people out there? And I said I wasn't gonna, you know, tap into nothing. Nothing hurtful and you know, no negativity, bro. But it's running rampant, man. It's running rampant, especially where I'm from. In every city, they get now. But man, my little city ain't really that big, man. So you know, it's touching. You know, if you in a room with 10 people, 3 people know that person who something happened to from that area where it happened. That's just facts. That's facts. And if I had the answers, man, believe me, it'll be straightened out. Because you still, you know, yeah, you got ops. You killing your ops, but still, your ops have a mother, have a father, have a grandmother, have sisters, have children. But what if you miss your op and hit the person on the other side that don't have nothing to do with none of what you and your ops got going on? So that's just your bad? Oh, my bad. I was trying to. No, it ain't no bad, man. You can't take that back. That person is gone forever. We get back here. Dude dead in the middle of the street. The police done killed him. He on social media with 18 guns and having a mental breakdown, which it does happen, but he lost his life. You know what I'm saying? And if you listen to his people talk on the news, they'll be like, man, you know, my brother wasn't like that, man. He had to have, and I truly believe what they're saying, man. Whatever happened to him happened in that moment, right at that moment, his mental just broke down. He had an episode. And, you know, certain people have episodes and live through them. But people that look like us don't live through it. No, if the people is called on us, man, if we don't do everything exactly right, we not gonna make it through the episode. And if you're not in your right state of mind, how you gonna do everything absolutely correct? You ain't even gonna know how to get on the ground because you out your mind. It happens though. You know, it happens. Everybody got family members that suffer from mental illness. You know, mental illness been around forever. So we do know that it exists and it doesn't discriminate. Mental illness does not discriminate. Anybody can lose it at any time. I don't care who you is or who you think you is. You can have a breakdown. That's why you got to have that personal relationship with that man. So when you having one of those situations or something happen in your life to make that happen, you can hold on to that everlasting strength. You feel me? And really, that's the key. It ain't complicated. It ain't hard. Society and what's going on that they try to make spirituality hard. To be spiritual is not to be religious. To be spiritual is something else. Religion is something you do. When you spiritual, is in you. If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? I'm a pure D, you know, yeah. But I do understand, man, you know, Jesus wasn't religious. He was spiritual. I'm just saying, that's what I read. You know what I'm saying? If I'm wrong, that means the book wrong. But I'm going to believe the book. I know that people say, oh, the Bible wrong, this and that. Man, hey, you know, for each his own. I'm not about to get into all that because it's too complicated for me. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to get into no war theology or none of that. Man, I'm just going to leave what the word say. The word ain't telling me to jump out the window. It ain't telling me kill nobody. It ain't telling me do this. It ain't telling me, it's telling me love, have understanding, and forgiveness. And that's what I'm going to do. If I make it to the gates and a man say, look, man, you shouldn't have been forgiving. You shouldn't have been. That's my lick. Oh, you love too much. That's my lick. But I don't think it worked like that. I don't think it worked like that. You know, I may be wrong. You know, hey, do your own research. Straight up. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. Do your own research. Because that's what I would do. I would go do my own research. You know, I wouldn't, you know, I would listen. I love to listen. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, to have discernment is to have common sense, if you will. You know what I'm saying? I'll just go read it myself and see if I can get the same thing I got out of it when the brother or the sister said it. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But, man, something is mental illness is running rapid, man. I was on a boat, man, and I passed a young brother this weekend, and and he was limping, and they had a basketball court on the top floor. I was like, so first thing you know, because I know they had open free play. I was like, man, what, you know, shook somebody up and hurt you? Man, this brother went to curse. I'm like, not at me, but just like, man. So his partner was like, man, I was like, man, I did. So I turned to my partner. He was like, man, I asked that dude something earlier, bro, and he done the same thing. I think something. So that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? What if I would have been that dude to be like, wait, what you said, bro? What? It would have been, you know what I'm saying? It would have been ugly. But some people are suffering, and we have to understand that and see that. If we don't discern that, we gonna fall for the overdose. Now, we done got into it with a brother that's suffering, a sister that's suffering mental illness. That made us look more crazy than them. Because you don't have the common sense to understand and see that this sister, brother is hurting. They're hurting. You're not gonna hurt me if he cursed me out. Hey, man, my bad. Hey, I don't feel like no sucker or no weakness. No. It ain't about that. It's about thinking and understanding, man. You got to think these days. Sometimes when you driving down the highway and you rolling and a car swerving, you got to swerve. So that means you driving for others that's on the road with you. That's the same way you think. Sometimes you got to think for others that's not capable of thinking at that time for themselves. Not saying they can't think, but you don't know what's going on with that brother or sister at that time. All this internet beef, everybody going crazy, man. Hey, ooh. We're not gonna do that. Somebody got to be the bigger person and not feed into the negativity. You know what I'm saying? I know some people do it. You know, that's their job. You know what I'm saying? We understand that. Hey, rock that. You feel me? But some stuff be real serious. Some stuff take it to the street and people lose their life, or innocent people get hurt because of some words that were said over the internet, and that person ain't think he'll never see that person. But all of a sudden see that person and it go down, and they not ready for that because there was outboxing on the internet. Man, that's crazy. We in a microwave society. Everybody want what they want right now. You can't, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. But we got to have that discernment, you know, to have that understanding, to be like, hey, sometimes I got to think, not just for me, but for the person in front of me and the person that's in front of that person, because that's the way life is. And if we can't do that, we're going to run into a lot of situations that we might don't come out of. In the day and time, the way it's going right now, fire is taking over. Gunfire is taking over. They got forest fires. They got explosions. They got mass shootings. They got everything going on. If you don't see, man, you got to see what's going. You got to see it. It's right there. I ain't crazy by a long shot, but if you take the dates and the times out of that word and you read it, you'll think it's going on right now. You'll think something going on right now. That's something today that's happening. Real talk, man. You got to pay attention to, you know, hey. What's up, Mr. Nelson? Lack of emotional intelligence. Right. And people are reacting from their emotions. You know what I'm saying? They're not using their intelligence to react. They just letting their emotions overtake their intelligence. You heard me? What's that, brother, man? Pop on, man. We bring you on, man. Drop some of them nuggets you got, man. What you saying, bro? Ain't see you in a few years and hear from me. What's that? Tap on, educate your brother, man. I know you got some. Oh, all right. I feel that. But yeah, man, but that's the truth, man. That's the truth. That's the truth, man. Oh, all right, all right. That's what's up. Holla at me then, brother. That's what it is. But you're right, man. You're right, man. That's the truth, bro. So, but like, and that's behaviors are taught. I don't care if it's ugly, beautiful, hate, love is taught. Is You know what I'm saying? That man, Nelson, you know where we from. Oh yeah, man, love, man, all day, man. I know. I already know that. Big brother, don't even trip. It's love. But where we from, we didn't really see too much of, love unless it was in grandmother house, mom, you know what I'm saying? On them streets, you had to have the understanding to be like, man, everybody not gonna have that same loving spirit that you get inside. So now you got to put on a whole persona and a mask to go out here and conduct yourself on the block. Even though you might don't be about that, yeah, but you got to put on that and act like you about it, because if not, you're gonna get ate. And dog don't eat dog. So they say. Feel me? Don't let that go over your head. But man, say it, bro. It's a taught behavior. Hate, when you see children that's hateful, like they hate, man. They was taught that, man. Some children you might see, they're so loving. They're so, because that's what they see. That's what they're around. That's what they're taught. You see some other kids cursing, they doing all that, man. They taught that. They saw that. That's not their, that's what they taught. So to understand that we can't allow our emotions to overtake our intelligence has to be taught. Because you can have some of the strongest, you can be one of the most intelligent persons in the world, but if you're not taught how to divide your emotions from your intelligence, you're gonna always lose from your emotions. Even if we at the park, even if you got a football squad and you teaching them, when they go home, you got to understand it's a whole different world from when they in their huddle on that sideline with you and the rest of your coaches. Y'all might be telling them something that's total truth that they got to live off. But when they go home, they back to the drama, the cussing, the craziness, they running back to the park to come get that love. But when they go home, they got to go back to the. So where do we connect the redirection? How can we get the kids to retain what we are teaching them when they go back home and they absorb it. They like sponges, all the negativity. Not saying that mom, pop, uncle, auntie, whoever they legal guardian is bad people, but how we know what they was taught? They only probably doing what they was taught, and that's the Achilles heel, man. Because you can teach a kid, man. The children are some of the most intelligent beings God ever made at that age, because they can retain and dictate information so well, but also they can do the same thing with negativity, not knowing that it's outweighing the good. And then it comes to a point to where the kids start swaying more to the negative than the good, because they're seeing it's more, it's more negative than it is good. So they're gonna figure, like, they're gonna get confused, like this must be good and this must be bad, because they only got a little bit of it and they got a whole bunch of that right there. Some of that. They having fun. Just don't know in a few years that fun ain't gonna be fun no more. The fun gonna be pain. That fun gonna be trauma. That fun gonna be sickness, illness, everything. So we got to figure out a way to bridge the gap with the information. You know what I'm saying? But some kids, you can give that information and redirect them, and they go home and they get the same redirection. That be the kids that, per se, make it out, be that blessed to go and make them right choices and decisions, because they're getting a double dose. You feel me? They're getting a double dose. They're getting it when they out doing their leisure with the coaches, and they getting it when they come home. The mom, pop, grandmother, auntie, whoever may be in charge of redirecting them. What about they got more kids that don't get it than they have kids that get it? So that's, we can teach grown-ups everything. They didn't live their life. Not saying they don't need it, but we need to kind of put our attention on the kids, and maybe bring the whole family in, because sometimes it's good to do that, so we can share the information so they can know how they can assist us into keeping our young ones from being that statistic, or being that number, either that number or the incarcerated number. Yeah, they have a lot of numbers that they can be, you know what I'm saying? Or they can be that number on that football field or that basketball court. Or they can be that number in the cubicle, or they could be that number in the jail cell. Or they can be that number at the top of the Fortune 500 business, whatever it may be. And that's the one thing about the children. They have their whole life ahead of them. They could be anything they want to be. But if they're not getting the right emotional, uh, the right nutrition, mentally, spiritually, man, it's gonna be a hell to pit a cap. Mindset Therapy, Real Talk Podcast, man. We get it in. That's what we do. This is what we do. You know what I'm saying? All jokes aside, man. This is what I enjoy doing. And if I got to do it every day, hey, I do it every day without two pennies to rub together. Ask them. Ask them. Ask brothers at peace. Ask them. Without two pennies to rub together. On my own dime, my own time. Nothing. But I do it because it's not for the notoriety. It's not for the organization. It's not for this. It's not for that. It's not for him. It's not for her. It's for the babies, man. And see, that's I found a lot of that experience in this coaching thing, because you have some coaches that will forget about the children and make it all about them. Hey, Miss Loretta, how you doing? Hey, mom. And they will forget about the children, even make the game about them and whoever else they yap into the other, and will forget about the kids. Yeah, the kids will be out there doing what they tell them to do, but it wouldn't even be about them. But when you find the coaches and the coordinators and the mentors that keep it about what it's supposed to be about, you find a lot more success. But again, we only know what we're taught. We got to have the understanding that we know something ain't right. We got to unlearn it, and reteach it, unlearn it, re-educate ourselves, then go and teach it. You can't teach what you thought you knew. You got to teach what you know is right. And if you can't teach, just lead by example. They're going to catch on. They do it anyway. They do it with negativity. Listen to the songs on it, man. You'll go to see a little bit of churn. Popping that saying nobody saying nothing that's positive no more. Nothing, nobody not saying, what? So that means we got to start teaching our kids and redirect them at a younger age now, because they're not discriminating on the age. They're not discriminating on, man. Look, they out there. So we got to restructure our attack. We got to put ourselves in more combat ready situations, because the children, that's who losing. They're growing up in jail. They're growing up prostitutes. They're growing up hooked on drugs. They're growing up, man. And we know that's what's down that street. Why continue to let them go down that street? Oh, man, I'll be taking them. I'll be teaching them. They go home and do the same thing. Well, wait. We got to bring you on, Mr. Brother. We got to find out that that we ain't gonna use no excuses on why we not reaching. Let's go to the house. Let's see who teaching. Let's try to talk to them. Let's see if we can get them and modulate with them and try to, sauce it up with them and see if we can get them to get on the same page with us. Because if we can, we gonna win. Hey,
I couldn't join you. How you doing? I couldn't join you on camera because I got this bonnet on and I'm looking.
Hey, that's all right, Mama. That's all right. It's good to hear your voice, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Oh man, I can't complain. It don't make no sense to. Nobody ain't gonna listen.
Look here.
How Mr. Ray doing?
He doing good. I got him on it. Baby, say hello. Say hello, Mr. Anthony.
Hey, Mr. Anthony, I heard you in the background earlier. I said, ooh. I said, man, I just want to just take my hat off to that there, man.
Hey, man. Hey, look, Mr. Real, Ray. Man. Hey, it's all love, man. Believe that, man. I appreciate that, man. I still got your date open. Anytime you get ready, you got a VIP. You already know that.
Okay.
Yeah, you got a VIP.
I'm gonna probably have to come on with him so he can see. He got a lot of knowledge, but see, when it come down that camera, he got to get over that camera. He got to get over that camera shyness.
Hey, I totally understand, man. However, we got to get that story out there. People need to hear that, man. That's beauty. That's success. See, coming where we come from, people don't think it can be done. So the only way we can show them it can be done, let them hear from people that been there. The hustlers, the ex-hustlers, the street people. Look, we didn't switch it over. We didn't switch it over. So now let's let them hear it. You feel me?
I'm coming.
Your story, not your story. Your story for somebody else.
Anything I need to do to support what you got going on. In other words, man, I'm coming. In other words, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man, I salute you for that, Mr. Ray. That's love, man. That's love.
Just like me and my wife. In other words, we'll sit back and holler at the family. In other words, about we'll sit back and look at the family about what they doing and what they ain't doing and everything else, and try to have them come together. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, let's come together and have a nice little gathering. Man, they would not come up. But soon, excuse my friend, but soon some bullshit is involved, they'll run to that.
They there. That's what. Look, that's what funerals are now. Look, that's what funerals are now. Look, if you watch, if you pay attention, the family will be in disarray. Soon as someone passes or get killed, there's a big old shing. Everybody coming together. Never talked about what had them at odds. Never talked about the problems. They just partying like nothing ain't happened. But that's not healing nothing.
Right. Yeah, that's
That's not healing nothing. So when the funeral over, the second line band and pass, everybody going back to and that person left grieving by themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, that's second line. In other words, my wife don't know about this second line. I'm gonna do explain to her about the second line.
Oh yeah, they get it on after the funeral, man. The second line bring them down.
It's funny that you say that because when we start doing things like what you're doing, the work that I do, just trying to really break these generational patterns and build these bridges for future generations, right? We don't want to continue to pass down these negative ways of thinking and behaving down
That's
to
right.
our children, right? Because they do what we do, not what we say
Yeah.
a lot of times.
That's right.
And so we have to really exemplify for them, you know, that there's a better way of life. Now, of course, we all have the choice, and we know the scripture, you know, you train them up in the way that they should go. When they old, they won't depart from it. But communication, like even in my life, you know, I wasn't raised to communicate or to have open dialogue with my grandmother, or ask different questions about this and that, or to even speak my emotions. You know, we were told to shut that down and don't talk about what goes on in our house. Well, we carry that into our life, and then now we got all these lifelong misconceptions that don't serve us when we get older. We're adults. We don't know how to articulate our emotions. We get mad. We get mad about things. But if I don't communicate, you know, I'm just walking around telling myself a story. Like if something happens, if you walk past me, Mr. Anthony, you see me somewhere, you walk past me and you don't speak, well, I can tell myself a story about why you didn't speak, and now I'm acting from that story instead of just being vulnerable enough to say, "Hey, Miss Anthony, what's going on? Like, you passed by me, and you know you didn't speak, and you could have said, "Oh man, I'm sorry, Miss Loretta. My mind was on something else. I didn't even see you. I didn't hear you. You know." But we don't even take the time to get an understanding. You know, we don't want to communicate.
Jump to conclusions.
And that's
right.
the problem. Like, if we communicate, you know, our emotions and what's going on, and that's what I had to start doing, like with my own children, right? I had to start telling my own children, like, listen, when y'all do ABC, it makes me feel XYZ. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And you know, or when you only call me when you need something, it makes me feel like, you know, I'm being used. If you don't communicate that to people, then they, I mean, me being vulnerable enough to share how something makes me feel doesn't make me weak. There's nothing weak about me. But I'm communicating with you so we can have an understanding that, hey, these are my boundaries, right? And you have to start communicating that to people. But you know, everybody is not on that elevated level of thinking, which is why we sometimes in this space of coaching and counseling, or when we're trying to do better for ourselves, that we are a little bit siloed, and we think that people are falling off in our life, that, you know, they don't want to have nothing to do with us, or you know, they rejecting us, but now they know they can't come with us, to the weakest with the strong. I mean, to the strongest with the weakest. That's what they know. So they keep their distance. So we ought to just start, you know, giving them a shout out that they know that they need to stay out the way.
That's right. That's right, man. Oh man, I needed that real sunshine. Hey, look, I tell you one thing. I said, you know, a man can say a lot of things, and people hear you, you know. But see, when a strong black woman says something, it come from a total different angle. It'd be like, oh, okay, all right, now mama said it, daddy said it, oh, it ain't no, but when mama speak, everything you hear. But that's golden, because we, as well, I'm gonna speak for me, as coming up with a mother, people don't understand. I learned everything from my mother. I'm talking about everything for us. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am.
Right.
How to treat women, the elderly or the young.
Right.
People think, you know, oh, you learned that. No, man ain't taught me nothing but how to do the opposite. But my mother, taught me everything that I needed to know. My grandmother taught me everything for like conducting myself as a young man.
Right.
Not for like, oh, she gonna teach you how to stand up. Nah, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about as having self-respect, being respectable, speaking when you're supposed to speak, and listening when you're supposed to listen.
Right.
Because see, a lot of people listen, but they're not hearing, and they'll look, but they're not seeing. I've done that for years. But when I understood, it was a game changer. You know what I'm saying? And everybody don't be as blessed as I or you was to get that chance to have that understanding. So that's why we work so hard and doing what we're doing. It. Look, you might don't get that chance. Look, before you even get there, we trying to tell you, look, this is what it is. It ain't no cut to it or nothing. It's raw. This is what it is. Please believe what we saying. And I don't know what they see or what they hear. They think we too old. They think we green, or they think we look. What I'm telling you is, it's been happening the same way before me, and it's gonna happen when I'm gone. So what you think happening right now? The same old thing, brother.
Yeah, we've been
The
in a
same old thing.
situation where we try to tell ours, hey, look, hey, don't go this route right here because of our experience. This here was going to end up. And I had one of my daughters tell me one time, man, look here, let me get out there and make my own mistakes. Man, look here, that's what we're trying to get you to do. You know what I'm saying? Now, my baby, other words, for instance, her and me, we are living witnesses that, and talking to you as well, Mr. Anthony, we are living witnesses that if we had people out there in our lives like you and my baby and me today that was giving us what you're giving them right now, man, a lot of people we'll dodge a bunch of this here. We would dodge a bunch of it.
Man, what you just said, you said a mouthful, because I was telling someone that the other day. I said, see what y'all have and what y'all, the blessings y'all have with the people pouring into y'all. Man, if I had that, I'd probably be a lawyer right now.
I know
I'm where God want me at and where He need me at. But I'm just saying, just say, for instance, I know what I know now, and I had someone like us pouring into, man, boy, I would have been the squarest brother in the street. Look, without a doubt.
My sister, right? One of my sisters, I get mad sometimes. Even right now, I still be in a way kind of mad at her, right? Kind of mad at her. But what she's told me one time was a true statement, and it still lives true to this day. I had some cousins, Mr. Anthony, out of Arkansas. And all my cousins, in other words, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, wait, whoa. Wait a minute. Let's get some live etiquette on right now, because we on live. So, we don't want, listen, we get to telling some stories. And then next thing you know, we not getting spoke to no more. We already on the don't speak to list. Is it that
bad? This real talk. This real talk. So hey, I'm riding with the home team, man.
Listen, we finna tell you, Mr. Anthony. Go ahead, baby.
Yeah, I ain't never told my baby this, Mr. Anthony. But my sister, right, she was telling me, and I used to get mad because I love my cousins, other words, out of Arkansas. Man, I mean, all of them came and stayed with my family, other words. One time, make a long story short, one time we were selling dope out the house.
Hey, see that? I told you, we are on live. No,
he all right. This
yeah, we on live. I know, but listen, but I don't want to be a part of that there. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't want to be a part of that conversation right there, because first of all, watch what you say. Watch what you say, because I'm Miss Loretta out here in these streets.
This is we're doing something we were supposed to do. That's it.
Get to the meat of what you're trying to say. You have to get that in detail to Mr. Anthony.
Yeah. If you allow me, you'll know what I'm giving you right now. You'll know why I set it up like that.
Okay, well, anyway, come on.
Anyway, my cousin them were staying with us, and man, they were dealing and everything. And man, I thought we had it going on, right? And one time, my mama, she went in there because somebody told her that they were dealing, and she went in there this afternoon and grabbed that suitcase full of that stuff and pulled everything in the commode. And I got mad. I told her, I said, man, why you do that there? You know what I'm saying? She said, man, first of all, this is my house, and y'all shouldn't have had it up in here. Well, going back fast forwarding, I was kind of mad at my sister, right? I was telling you earlier that my sister told me, she said, man, look, when they came and stayed with us and everything, all the family out of Arkansas, they have no morals and principles and everything else, Mr. Anthony. And you know what she told me? She said, man, if them people never would have came in our lives, man, we'd been better people. So they can't disrupt our whole life, man.
And on that note, I'm finna let you go, baby. I'm gonna call you back here.
Why is that?
Because I just told you we was on live. You in the
No,
truth telling business.
I understand what he's. I understand what he's saying, Miss Loretta. He's saying if that incident wouldn't have happened, what his sister was saying was real.
I can tell them the same thing.
Right. I
Right.
understand exactly what he's saying. The point he made is his sister had been telling him if they would have never came live with us, a lot of things would have been different. And what his mom did, she probably saved his life at that point, because you don't know if the people was coming in there. Now this 40, 50,000 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So people understand this is why we do what we
She was
do.
not going to have people come there and tell all her friends.
Right.
She said she wasn't
Right.
gonna have the laws running up through her house. Because you know,
Look,
back then, when they run in your house back then, they'll cut your pillars up and your couch.
they tearing everything up. They knocking holes in your walls and everything. Yeah, man. I totally understand that point, man. That's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
Oh well, okay. I'm gonna have to let you and Mr. Ray have these kind of
Yeah,
conversations. I have to stay in the
yeah.
space of being politically correct out here in these streets.
That's all right, man.
So,
Hey, it's all love, man. Thank you for blessing me with your presence. Thank you. Tell
and
Mr.
tell
Ray,
the
man, we
missus,
gotta chop it up,
listen,
man. He gotta tell me some more of them.
I got all
Hey,
the pictures. Tell Miss Chantel y'all was looking good. I say, baby, y'all having a good time, living y'all
yes,
best
man.
life. Happy
Yeah,
anniversary.
we did. Man. Thank you so much.
I gotta come by there with y'all little gift. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one who come through with the anniversary gift.
Oh, come on now. Look, let me tell you something.
So y'all can get in the
This
hot
was
tub.
my first.
Y'all can get in the hot tub.
Look, this was my first time ever. Well, me and Nas, my son, you know, my little nephew and my wife had went before, but my wife said, "Man, baby, I was on the same boat, and I was so discombobulated without you. I didn't really see everything and enjoy everything. I rarely came out my cabin,
Right?
So I was like, so we really experienced it together, even though her badge was a different color than mine. You know, we was New Jacks. They had the color change.
Okay.
So we got on the man. I ain't see my son till it was time to come back home.
Oh,
man, them children had fun. When I tell you they had everything for teenagers that you can ever have, man, they'll come in 9, 10, sleep, get up early in the morning, they go. I'm like, man, so you know, it was a beautiful, I would have never expected it to be like that, because I'm not a boat person. You feel me? But man, the top deck and the bottom deck felt the same way. The only thing was different when you're coming out the river, you don't really feel it moving. But when you get in that open water, it get a little harder. You know what I'm saying? You can feel a difference. But that's about it. Other than that, man, it was beautiful, man. The food was immaculate. Man, they had some hamburgers, but I don't even deal with hamburger. Boy, I eat a hamburger every day from them people. Man, them people, man. Lunchtime was my hamburger. Man, that hamburger was delicious.
I gotta get me and Mr. Ray gotta go on us a cruise.
Yes. The casino, it was beautiful.
Don't
Everything.
have me over there with a casino. Listen.
Yo, yeah. It's nice. The nightclub, they had comedy shows every night. They had the karaoke, man. Everything, every hour on an hour you had something to do. It never was a time that you'd just be sitting idle. They had the top deck, the bottom deck DJ at this time. Man, look, grooved out. Man, look, the youngsters, it was like a boat full of 40 on up, 35 on up. It was an experience. It was beautiful.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yes.
Give us
I can't wait for the
forward
next
to.
one. My son was like, "Dad, what you doing for your birthday?" He ready to go back, man. But yeah, it was an experience y'all must do together. I believe it. It was beautiful. I'm telling you. The captain's dinner, that was really,
Yes,
it was elegant.
get all dressed up and go to dinner. Yes, I already know.
It was elegant. It was nice, man. It was nice to see my boys dress up, you know. And man, they couldn't wait to, man, look, the Latin game room thing, the adult can't go in there. I walked in and checked going in.
Oh, they say
Nah,
no
hey,
adults
hey, what
allowed,
you
huh?
doing? You got to get out here. So the man was like, yeah, sir, you know, it's just, I was like, all right, I was just checking on my kids. And when they saved me on the boat, I was like, man, I'm just used to doing this. You know what I'm saying? Now I see, Daddy, go. I see the little girls and I was like, all right, I see what y'all doing. You
Okay,
know what I'm
y'all
saying?
in that kind of
Good.
like, hey, we ain't where y'all at, don't come where we
Hey, basically, basically, that's what they said. But it was a blessing to see them, you know, have fun. The only thing I kind of I wish, you know, my daughters and my everybody was, you know, but I know they work and, you know, it was spur of the
at.
moment. But
Right.
next time we go, I'm bringing everybody, man. Look, the grandbaby, everybody, we gone.
That'll be
We
good.
gone.
That'll be good. That'll be good.
It's nice.
All right. Well, I am gonna jump off of here, but I
Thank you,
saw
Mr.
the request.
Loretta.
I say let me jump on right quick.
Yeah, yeah. I hadn't heard your voice in a minute, so you know I'm good with that now.
Yes, yes.
I'm good.
Um.
I'm good.
Okay. Well, then I had texted you earlier about my little
Yeah.
situation, so they might drop it. I told them where to drop it. I don't know when they're gonna bring it, but
All right.
just
Well,
let me know when
I'll
they.
be there. So,
Okay.
yes, ma'am. You know I'll be there. I'm on point for you. I got you.
All right.
Love.
All right. Well, you have a good one.
You have a nice one. In other words, until next time.
Man, thank you for blessing me with your presence, Mr. Ray. I appreciate that, man. Miss Loretta, don't be so hard on it. He
I ain't
got it.
gonna
He got
be
it. I'm
hard
telling
on him, but I mean, he got to be knowing like
you.
he don't be placating, and I say I don't
No.
placate the titles, but listen, I already ain't got no friends as it is.
Look,
That's
hey,
our
if you don't have
look
no friends, Miss
look.
Loretta, you don't
That's
need
our
none.
little running joke. I said, you don't have no friends. You got me. I ain't got no friends.
Look, as long as you got Mr. Ray, that's all you need. You heard me? You don't need
Listen,
nothing else.
and
Look, let me tell you.
we've been
I'm gonna let
rocking
you
and
go.
rolling ever since.
Look, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna let you go. Look, man, Mr. Ray, so raw and uncut, man. That's what they missing.
Uh,
That's what they need.
yeah.
I'm telling you, them youngsters, they need if they don't like it no other way. That's what they're gonna listen to. They're gonna be like this,
Uh-huh.
and they're gonna get it. That's what I learned. So you know, what he got is authentic, it's special. That's not made up. That's not rehearsed. That's not nothing. That's the raw truth. Blessings.
That's true.
And I promise if I get he working on some books and stuff, Mr. Anthony.
Man, I can't wait.
Yeah,
I
he
can't wait.
working on some
Man, I
books and stuff.
celebrate
He
you
just
now,
told
brother.
me talking about he got how many pages of book, baby, you say?
265 for one.
Oh my goodness. So
Let me
yeah,
tell
we gonna need to
you a
get a
key. Let me tell you a key. Look, split it up. Don't make it
split it
like
up. Part 1, part 2, part 3.
145. Yeah,
Yeah.
145. Then make you a trilogy. Because people don't read thick books no more. They need
Yeah.
an easy read.
They want
So
they
the
want that
shorter
little
you make it,
that quick read. Yeah, so he
they
probably
can
got
jump on
about
a
four,
plane and
five
read the
books in
book.
that one book. Yeah, part 1,
That's
part
right.
2. Yeah, you just keep that going. Keep
That's
that
it.
straight up going.
Make it a trilogy. Make it a
Have
trilogy.
a workbook or whatever to go along
That's
with it as well.
right. That's
All
right,
right, Mr.
man.
Anthony, I'm gonna hop off of here.
Thank
I'll
you,
holler at
Mama.
you tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right. Have
All
a good
right.
one. Okay, bye-bye.
Miss Loretta, man, always a pleasure, man. But man, I'm glad, babe. I'm glad they jumped on, man. I went kind of long today messing with Miss Loretta and them, man. But I thank y'all for joining me, man. And Mindset Therapy Real Talk Podcast, man. Mindset Therapy, man. We help people believe in themselves again, men, women, and children. We offer 7 simple strategies to a positive mindset. We believe in it. We staying on it 10 toes down, and we ain't never changing it. That's what we do. What's up, Mr. Thomas? I see you, brother. Long time no see, man. Good to see you, bro. I know you've been getting it. I know you've been getting it, man. That's what's up, bro. I got to bring you home, man. We got to hook up, man. They got to hear that, man. Life after time, baby. You one of the success stories, bro. I got to bring you home. You know what I'm saying? So we got the link, man. Look, when I end this, you got to reach out to me so we can set you a date and a time, man, to bring you on. Most definitely, man. D Will, same thing with you, D. Got to bring you on. Life at the time, they got to hear y'all, but it's your time to tell them, man, that, it's success after being incarcerated. Point blank, period. People don't understand that. That's why the ratio is like a revolving door, because they don't believe, they're not seeing it. You know, so when they see it in their head and they see it in y'all, man, look, y'all done it, man. Y'all done it, man. Celebrate that, man. I celebrate y'all, bro. Y'all done it, man. We done it. So we got to stick together and pump that, man. Stand on the 10 toes down like we used to do in the game. It's just switch. You feel me? No doubt, bro. Holla at me, love. It's good, man. Same thing with you too, D. Will. It's all love. Thank y'all for joining me, man. I'm out till next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Holla at me.